Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the Warriors 5. Here's Smith, 11 feet away. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Smith's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Cleveland. Curry kicks to Green. And stolen by Love. The dish now to Irving. He feeds it to Fry. Out to Smith. A three-pointer is right on target.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
And stolen by Love. Deflects the pass. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And Fry slams it in.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win. And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Barnes. Powered down with both hands.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Again, Curry missing. Cleveland's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And it's sent back by Bogut. Here's Barnes. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Thompson, he's checked in for Channing Frye. Smith for three. That's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
It's Curry outside. No luck. And Cleveland the other way now.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 8 in the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Count that one. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Cleveland.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Curry, good.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Out to Smith. Outside Irving. Back to Love. It's hauled in by Bogut. Bogut's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. 25 points for Steph Curry.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Warriors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Irving with a clean look. Count it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Kyrie Irving has simply caught fire.
Curry with it. He's picked up by James. Smith the pass to Love. And that's an intentional foul. Here's Golden State. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They trailed by 3. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
Cans the 3.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Here's Curry. On deep. Off target from downtown.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Timeout called the Warriors. Got it up in time. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and regulation is ended, and we're heading to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Well, if you love great competition and neck-and-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. And it's Curry in at the point. So it's the Warriors now. 3-point lead. Thompson with the bucket.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Cavaliers shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. That's good. And that's now 8 points for LeBron.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Dellavedova dishes to Smith. Kicks to Dellavedova. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. We're just over a minute into overtime here. Pass to Bogut. Golden State moving it around. They get the rebound. Green kicks to Curry. And here's Iguodala outside. That's good.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Curry. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Curry's got 27 points.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of this passing ability.
Rebounded by Bogut. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Curry kicks to Green. He dishes it to Iguodala. Screen by Bogut. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Love kicks to Smith. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Cleveland. Smith with a screen on Curry. Irving for 3. But they get it back. Out to Smith. Here's the 3. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Thompson from long range. LeBron with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Iguodala kicks to Curry. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. From deep. And another miss by Cleveland.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we got to overtime.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Timeout called. Cleveland. They're behind by 8. 16 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Guys, your thoughts?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of here.
Barbosa. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
Well, they're going to walk out of here. With a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. The shot no good. Missed. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They escaped with a victory, although they needed Clark an extra period to get it done.
Well, I think it was one heck of a ball game. Both teams gave great effort, and the bounces just went their way in overtime.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin.